Here I am. I have a few moments in between classes. I wanted to take you into my class to talk about my teacher questionnaires, but I wanted to show you my bulletin board. This is the entrance to second grade, and it says this is the place to be. 2B is my classroom. So let's go inside. Hi, so here we are, and I have my questionnaires hot off the press. Obviously my questionnaire is centered around technology in the classroom, but I wanted to tell you about the 3 teachers that I interviewed. The first 2 teachers are first grade teachers, Miss Mary Wu and Mrs. Jennifer Mahoney. They were my co-teachers last year when I taught first grade. I also interviewed Ellen Borda. Ellen was a second grade teacher, but now she is our reading specialist here at Holy Redeemer. She will help children from K through 3rd with any reading challenges that they might have. She also will test all of the children from kinder to 3rd grade to help the teachers figure out those children's reading levels. So my first question on my questionnaire was, do you feel that the use of computers and or technology in the classroom is helpful to the students? All 3 of these teachers said yes to technology. They agreed that having technology in the classroom allows students to have access to more information and that it gives new information other than from the teacher's approach. They agreed that when you have technology in the classroom, that it can engage and attend to all types of learners. All 3 of my interviewees agreed that they've seen computers increase the rate of learning and that it allows the students to stay engaged longer. It also allows them to see things in action, which I thought was very cool. So the second part of my questionnaire centered around the what and the how of technology. So I wanted to know what the teachers used. And interestingly enough, the teachers, all 3 of them, said that they use iPads and Kindles in their centers. And also they reminded me that I too, being anti-technology because I'm not that tech savvy, but they reminded me that I actually do use a lot of technology in my classroom during class time each day. We use document cameras. We have a smart board with an interactive pen. And then we also use a lot of programs to help teach the students. But what's really interesting to me is that I found out that all of those teachers obtained their iPads and Kindles through the school. Now, I've been here 2 whole years and I have 0 iPads. So you can bet your bottom dollar that I'm going to speak to our principal today and see if I can get some iPads for my classroom, especially since they help increase the rate of learning. So I had to give myself a little bit of a mulligan here. I sent out my Survey Monkey to my students, but neglected to ask the most important question of the week as we are learning about students and technology. And that question was, do you have access to an iPad or a computer? So I had to, rely on my old-fashioned values, and I took an impromptu poll in my class. But side note, I also sent an additional Survey Monkey home. So from my impromptu poll, I learned that almost all of my children have access to an iPad or a computer at home. They seem to use their parents' computers or iPads, while some of them did have their own to use. So that was great to hear that my kids had access to computers. But one thing I was really pleased to hear in my survey, in the initial survey, was that most of the children preferred to go outside and play with their friends to get a little fresh air, give their brains a break, use their imaginations. So they preferred to do this than play video games. And that made my heart warm. But from my teacher questionnaire, I learned that there are a lot of programs that are accessible to me and that I can share with my students that will help all learners of all abilities. So some of those are, and I'm going to read them from my list, iExcel. There's one called Math Slicer. There's Boom Cards, Reading A to Z, which has leveled readers. And of course, we also use Raz Kids and Get Epic. So these are all of the different types of programs that these 3 teachers use. And what I learned was that they are great for learners of all levels, that you can use them for students with learning challenges as well as students who don't have any learning challenges. The last question that I asked these teachers read, in your opinion, how much screen time should children in elementary school have during the school day or after school? And I got pretty much the same answer, which is that they should have access in moderation. So one of the teachers said that she thinks that children need to experience the world around them. And to do that, they must step away from screens and technology and get outside. Well, hallelujah to that. I am all for that. But I do realize now that it's important for the children to have access to screens to help them learn. So I'm going to do my best today to go speak to our principal and get us some iPads here for class. But I'm also going to send an email home to my parents to let them know that we will have, hopefully, some iPads to use in class, and maybe they can incorporate that into their screen time after school. Meaning, they're going to get some in class and maybe they should have less time at home. Anyway, so that is my summary of my questionnaires. I'd like to thank Mary Wu, Jen Mahoney, and Ellen Borda for their answers. I'd like to especially thank the parents and the students from 2B at Holy Redeemer. I love you all. And of course, I'm Rebecca Rand. I hope you enjoyed my video blog. Hope to see you soon. Bye.